there, everybody. Welcome to Movies Are Real for the month of March 2023. Boy, howdy, it feels like a long time since we've done this podcast. Sorry about that not timely February episode, folks. I was moving into our new recording studio. That's right. I live here now. That's how dedicated I am to this podcast.
So there'll never be a late podcast again.
Exactly.
Yes. Finally,
hello everyone.
After all these years.
I'm George. Yeah, I moved, so yeah, I was busy. Ryan Lance, how are you doing?
I'm living in the same place.
Oh, really? Wow, I had no idea. That's great. Carrie?
Your basement.
I mean, there's nothing there, so that's fine.
I am also in the same place. No moving.
Again, there's still, yeah.
Moving sucks.
Yeah, it does.
The number one thought I had while I was moving was like, I don't know how Ryan did this back to back for like 4 years though.
Why do you think he's so sad?
Yeah, I aged like 10 years within those like few years.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're here now. We're here to talk about the movies of March 2023. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit, and I saw like 2 of them. Saw one more today because I needed to be prepared for this podcast. But yeah, March, we got some stuff to talk about, and we're starting with Scream 6. They made 6 of these movies.
They did.
I didn't internalize that because the last one was called Scream.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was no 5, and then this one was like, oh, there's 6.
Yeah, and
that's a lot
Scream
of
5
fucking,
was last year.
Yeah, that was fast turnaround.
They really cooking these out.
They fucking made it and edited it and put it out. Carrie, you did not care about Scream, so you did not see this one.
I did not see this one. I heard good things though.
Well, we'll find out right now.
Find out about it.
So,
George, what was the plot of Scream 6?
So, this is a direct sequel to Scream 5 where we meet Jenny Ortega's character, who is the sister to the lady from In the Heights, and who the lady from In the Heights is the bastard daughter of what's his name?
The original.
Not
Scream
Skeet Ulrich. Skeet Ulrich is the actor.
Yes.
Skeet Ulrich is whatever. Yes.
Whatever.
Billy. Yes.
Yes.
Billy.
Thank you, Carrie, who's never seen these movies.
I saw the first one.
So in the last time when we were still in the old place, stuff happened bad. Didn't go well. You know, another murder, another people pretending to be Ghostface. They have their whatever the hell. They're like,
they wanted to reboot the franchise for the fans.
A requel, yeah. And so they left. They got the heck out of there. And they're now in New York, the big city.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Hey,
that's what they say.
I'm gonna move these cranes for Spider-Man here.
Yeah, this is New York City. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Exactly. That was my favorite part of this movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they said that to Ghostface.
Yeah, they did.
Listen here, Ghostface. If you mess with one of us, you mess with
in
all
the
of
subway
us.
scene, yeah, it was great, yeah.
They definitely all didn't ignore what was happening in that subway.
Carrie Jenny Ortega, like, be careful, like she's a hero. Anyways. So our characters from the first, not the first one, but essentially the first one in this trilogy, Scream 5, find themselves in New York because Jenny Ortega is going to college now. Mm-hmm. And she's being like, my legacy doesn't make me, I'm going to be cool, I'm going to be chill, I don't care about this Ghostface guy, who cares? Jenny Ortega's sister, the exact opposite of that, very protective, still is traumatized about what happened. All their other friends who survived from the first movie are also there.
As well as a fun new cast of characters. And we're all like, are they going to be killing?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's usually how these things go.
So, surprise, there's a Ghostface. I will say real quick, the beginning of this movie is very good. And I wish
it's very good.
I wish the best of this movie was good.
I really liked what they did with the cold open of this one.
The cold open's very good for this. So I guess, I don't know, we'll start here. Because you, Ryan, I was the hater of the last one.
Yes.
What did you think of this one?
I like this one a lot, but I feel like, I don't know. It's still like this cast doesn't really like sell me.
I don't get it.
I don't know
people
why.
like it a lot.
Because like I like Jenna Ortega, but like not really in these movies.
She's also not the lead character.
She's not.
She's not the Nev Campbell.
No. And also doesn't help that there is no Nev Campbell.
There is no Nev Campbell at all now, actually.
And even
because they won't pay her enough, as I understand.
Even Monica from Friends, like she's in this movie, but not a whole lot, and also. Like, even though they were friends at the end of the last movie, they all hate her in this movie because she wrote another book about what happened.
Which is insane.
Even though she promised not to, and it's like the 8th time in these movies that she's promised not to write a book, and then she writes a book.
Also, I feel like it was right there. They could have been like, she started a podcast or something. Like, a book again? Another book?
Listen.
Who'll be reading?
That's what she does.
Anyways. But you liked it.
I do like it. I just like the Scream movies. I like I like characters who talk about, you know, the genre and like recognize like what it is about in a not like in a way that's like interesting but not like Deadpool levels of like, oh, we know what's going on here. I feel similar ways about that. I think we've all seen trailers for that movie, The Blackening. That kind of feels similar to like, okay, we're recognizing the tropes, but we're all in this situation, and then we're all gonna eventually fall into them while also.
That looks like it could be good though.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I like them. They're simple, they're interesting. It's just fun to have like a cast of characters. One of them ends up killing a bunch of them. It's just good, clean Christian fun.
I like this movie better than the last one, but I still think it's not great in my opinion. Mm-hmm. My problem with this one is that I don't know because these movies are supposed to be meta. There's always a bit for these movies. They're trying to do something, and this is technically, in some ways, since this is a sequel to the last one directly. This is a Scream 2, technically.
It is really just Scream 2. Yes, they're in a new city, they're in college, and then maybe the killer has some ties to the killer from the last movie. I don't know. Who knows?
But it's not. I thought like this movie is not really doing anything with its meta commentary.
Not as much as the last.
No, it's kind of just a slasher movie.
Yeah.
So that's fine, I guess. But it's like we've kind of a little bit lost the plot. At the beginning, gives a lot of promise. Yeah, it's gonna do something really,
especially with that like cold open.
Yeah,
I don't want to like hype it up too much,
but it's very good.
It's just very fun, and it really like kind of like it's the kind of cold open that like makes sense for these kind of movies, but like you're surprised, like it's weird that they haven't done that.
Yeah,
that yet.
I don't think this is as clever. I don't think anything as clever in the movie other than that cold open.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. I think it's fine. I'll keep watching these movies. I'll keep drinking that garbage as former president.
They're totally fine.
But I don't think they're doing anything. I think it's wild how much people love these movies. Maybe because people just love horror. I think people just like Scream. I don't know, but because this movie's doing super. They do super
well, and it doesn't help that Jenna Ortega, like over the course of a year, became like one of the most popular people in Hollywood, which is very funny.
So Carrie, you're not missing much. I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think they're. I think you would like them, but I don't think you would be like, you know, you'd get like a Ghostface shirt after watching one of them. No. Like you'd probably be like, okay, those are fun. Like Neve Campbell's fun. There's always like side characters. I like Hayden Panettiere coming back.
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere is back.
She was
from
very
4.
fun from 4.
Is an FBI agent now?
FBI agent, whatever. Had to get her back somehow. And it was like, it's been a while since I've seen Hayden Panettiere, and not until Dawn footage.
Exactly.
So it's great. It's nice to see her.
Yeah. So that's Scream 6. I don't know. It's fine in my opinion. Ryan liked it.
I did like it, but I'm also like, I just like the Scream movies.
I don't know if they'll get 7.
A movie that we watched very recently, The Faculty. Big Scream vibes. It felt very Scream.
It was very much a movie that came after Scream.
Yes, very much Scream meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Which,
interesting.
Yeah, very fun movie.
Yeah, check out that movie that came out in March with The Faculty. Check it out.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Turns out. A movie I never heard about until that day I watched it.
Yeah.
Very good.
It started, they were playing some Offspring. It was like, this is.
Oh, yeah. It started off with some Offspring. I was like, this is good.
This is going to be a good time. I can already tell.
Anyways.
Elijah Wood's just running. It's like, this is going to be great, actually.
65. Adam Driver. Who saw 65?
We
did.
All right.
High five.
I almost
Adam the
saw
sound
it.
effect.
Bam. I almost saw it, but then the theater closed that I was going to go watch it.
It closed?
Well, like, I was going to watch it as I landed to Portland, and then I got there too late. I was too late.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like going to like the Dollar Theater here. And it's like, it's gone.
65 shut him down. All right. Carrie, what's 65?
You see, Adam Driver is like basically the space version of a bus driver in this, or like a delivery guy. I would say. I don't know if he delivers other things, but his mission on this
He's a porter.
He's a Sam Porter British. Pretty much, yeah.
But he's like the guy who's driving the ship full of people who are in like a stasis waiting to get to another planet, and there's a bunch of space debris, a bunch of meteors. And unexpected meteors. Some of them,
I feel you should have expected them.
Some of them pretty big. Some that might be big enough to like catastrophize an entire planet.
Let's not get there yet.
But, so then he ends up crash landing on this planet that he's never heard of, and all of his passengers are presumed dead. And once he comes out of his ship, he finds these horrifying creatures inhabiting this unheard of planet, and they are the dinosaurs. And he is on Earth 65 million years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you find out that he is an alien man from the past.
and there's one survivor, a little girl who does not speak the same language as him.
Yep.
And they have to get to it's like a video game. They have to get to this other part of the spaceship that has the escape pod and get to that. But then there's the bonus thing of there's the aliens, dinosaurs, which are pretty much all just raptors for the most part, from my remembrance of this. Are attacking them, but there's also, the meteorite that killed the dinosaurs is coming down.
It's impending.
Yeah, within 48 hours, so they have to really hightail it up this mountain to get to the thing.
And also Adam Driver's tragic backstory is that his daughter was super sick, and this is kind of a spoiler. It's not revealed at the beginning, but it's he's like, his daughter's really sick, and he's like, I just gotta make this one more trip. I'll be back. And
to afford her medicine.
Yeah, and then you find out that she actually died before the trip.
In a scene that is just basically the exact same scene from Interstellar.
Yeah, very Interstellar.
He looks at a little video feed. Is like, Dad, I can't wait for you to get back. I'm feeling good.
It's
and then it comes I'm really sick, Dad, but don't worry, they're gonna help me. It's like, Dad, I hate you. I'm gonna die. And then the mom's like, your daughter's dead. And then it cuts to him doing the exact same, meme from Interstellar. I was like, really upset. It's literally the same.
It's exactly
It's so funny. It's so funny. But also better than the movie Interstellar, a movie I own 4 copies of?
Maybe.
I don't know. This movie's dumb.
Yeah,
it's pretty enjoyable.
Very silly, but it's fun.
Yeah. It's just a dumb action movie and they're dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs are very cartoonish too. There wasn't air quotes real dinosaur in sight.
No.
I didn't recognize any of those damn dinosaurs.
No. There's the T-Rex, but it doesn't and then the rest of them were just that kind of looks like a raptor or a raptor with wings. I guess. I don't know. I'm not a dinosaur guy.
I'm not a paleontologist.
No.
Should I watch this? How long is it?
It's pretty short. I think
it didn't feel that long.
I think this would be a good action thing. Maybe watch with friends or someone. I feel like if you're watching this alone, you'd be like,
93 minutes.
This sucks.
That's pretty good.
But
solid.
If you're watching it and having a good time with someone else, I feel like it'd be worth it.
Okay.
It's weird. If Donna Joe wants more normal movies.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's such a normal movie. That's so true.
It's got dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird. It's not a movie that would seem like it would exist in the year 2023.
Right.
So God bless it, I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It felt.
Adam Driver hasn't done really action stuff since Star Wars. He's done a lot more.
He did Annette.
He did Annette. Yeah, he did Annette, and then he's like, I'm going.
And he was like, well, that's the best thing I'm ever going to be.
There's no way this was a paycheck. I'm confused. Why I was I gotta do the dinosaur movie.
Because it's awesome.
That is actually true. That's true. You're 100% correct there, actually.
Alright, well, that's 65. Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Ooh, I believe I'm the one who saw this.
Yep.
Well,
Shazam 1. Pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Shazam
it's
1 a
fun.
lot.
It's a nice, fun
It's
thing.
a family movie. It's it reminded me of a 90s movie if they made it in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because it's got a big family message at the end of it, so it felt,
and this is definitely a continuation on that. I think my main and the basic thing of this is, it's a few years later, and basically, Billy Batson, Shazam, is about to turn 18, so he's about to leave the the foster home program. So he's all his whole character arc is him worried that he's going to be kicked out, which he really shouldn't, because he had the older sister who is still living there, and the parents didn't kick her out, so why would they kick him out? Seems like a weird that seems weird, but I understand it makes sense for that character to still be nervous about that. And he, all of his family are doing the superhero thing, and he's really focused on being the leader and them doing stuff together. But eventually some crazy people show up wanting weird staff that they broke. and that is, you know, Lucy Lieu, Helen Mirren, and Rachel Zegler. And they gotta fight them, and they put a big dome over Philadelphia, and they gotta like just kill a bunch of Greek gods, basically.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's an action. So is it mainly action? Mainly,
yeah. Like there's character moments, but I feel like my main issue with this movie is in the first Shazam there was fairly equal screen time between like the kid and the superhero persona. So like the kid and Zachary Levi. But on this one, like, he's in, like, 2 scenes, the kid, and, like, the rest of it is just Zachary Levi. And that's interesting because, like, the kid is, like, basically a man now. So it's weird that, like, oh, he's turning into, like... Because the way the Shazam powers work in the comics is, like, it turns you into your best self, which, you know, for a child would be you at, like, your peak in adulthood. But his peak is a middle-aged man, I guess, that doesn't look anything like him anymore. But it's also just very jarring because I feel like Zachary Levi is still playing that like kind of like goofy, fun, like 14-year-old playing with powers. Like he's all like joking and whatever. But like in the few scenes the kid has, he's very like sad and stressed and like worried about like life. So it just they feel like different characters to me, which is very weird. Like I don't know. And that just really like takes you out of it when, at least for me, when it feels like there's such a disconnect with, you know, these 2 people playing the same character. And then also the movie's just, you know, a lot more CGI, a lot more nonsense.
That's what I was saying. It sounds like there's more CGI nonsense than
and like some of it's fun. Like there's a bunch of like weird like devil unicorns. There's a dragon made out of tree wood. Like it's all very fun, but like I think you can tell that, you know, they didn't really have the time to like really flesh it out as much, or maybe that's because Marvel's been soaking up all the, you know, VFX companies. But I don't know, like it, like everything on it on paper like sounds fine, but like when you watch it, it just feels like a little too long, a bit too much of a drag, and a bit too just disconnecting between the characters and their adult counterparts. It's very weird, but everyone's fine. Freddie, the kid, who's also from It, very good in that movie. Rachel Zegler, very good. Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu are just playing comic book villains, like, yeah, destroy, man, which that's fun. I don't know. And then I do like the end credit sequence a lot, because at the end credit sequence of the original Shazam, you know, Mark Strong was in the prison and the caterpillar came up and he was like, I have a big evil plan and we're all going and I need you for it. And that's not in the movie at all. It's different villains. And then in the new end credit sequence, he's in prison and like it's been like 4 years. The caterpillar goes like, I'm almost done.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And he's like, it's been 4 years. What takes? So like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm very small. It takes me a while to get to places. But I just wanted to come back and let you know that my evil plan is almost ready.
That's pretty good.
It's very good.
We'll probably never see that.
Probably not, but it was very funny. And then another issue I have with this movie that's in the trailers is there's a Wonder Woman cameo that very much feels like, you know, she was not there, and so they just, you know, put her in the scene. And it's also like a really kind of like crappy scene where like Shazam dies and then they bury him, and it's like, we can't bring him back. We would need the power of a god to bring him back. And then she's like, did someone say a god? And then like and then the fucking music comes like, and it's like, oh wow. And like, and she's like not at any of the shots with the other characters, so like it's clearly was a different thing. And then she just like does the thing. He's like, wow, what would think? He's like, yeah, okay. Oof. It was very bad. And then there was another end credit scene where people from Black Adam showed up and like, we want you to join the Justice Society. And he's like, no! Justice Society. And then there was also the whole thing where apparently Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson like hates the character Shazam, even though his character Black Adam comes from Shazam, like directly interconnected with that character. But they wanted to have Black Adam like show up and like in an end credit scene, it is like a crossover. He was like, no, they're not doing that. which is weird.
What a dork.
Yeah, it's very strange, but it seemed like he ruined DC more than anything. With his weird grip hold he took on with Black Adam.
The hierarchy of power definitely changed.
It did change because it's being rebooted, so it 100% has changed. But yeah, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, I think it's totally fine. It has fun moments and fun characters. I like the more goofy comic book stuff, especially, getting older. It's fun to see a return to that, but I don't know. It just didn't click. It was hard to capture that magic this time.
Okay, well, that's it for that. Never again.
Probably not.
Blue Beetle. I haven't seen a trailer yet.
Looks all right.
Yeah?
It looks like a pretty all right movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love pretty all right movies. We're watching trailers today instead of a movie. And the trailer for Cry Baby, which is a movie I think Carrie really enjoys, if I remember.
It was my first John Waters movie, because I used to be obsessed with Johnny Depp, as a lot of people probably know. Yeah. So I didn't know who John Waters was, and I was like, what the hell is this? But it's a great movie.
Yeah. John Wick Chapter 4. Mr. Wick. Carrie, this is you, right?
You saw it too.
You saw it too?
Yeah.
Wow. I forgot. Since when are you caught up with the John Wick movies?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I generally don't know when that happens.
Ryan's a big fan.
I think I was interested at one. I think what happened. I think it might have been during COVID, like lockdown stuff. When I was going through like movie series, I was like, you know what? I like that Keanu Reeves. I think that's what happened. I don't know, but I have seen all of them. I don't remember a lot of them very well, but I did watch John Wick Chapter 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
I don't remember most of the lore stuff. That
the lore
in the previous movies, because it seems
my least
all
favorite
silly.
My least favorite thing about these movies is the lore, because it's all like, everyone has these gold coins.
Right.
It feels like every person is like a part of this League of Assassins. They have the strangest rule sets. It's like, actually, there's a secret rule where if you do a duel to the death,
right.
and it's like, okay, I don't know.
That's what this one's about.
But like each movie has one of those where it's like, actually, you can get around this if you do this crazy thing that was written in our sacred text. It's like, okay, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah. So in this one, he wants to get out of the.
Everyone's trying to kill him.
Yeah, everyone's trying to kill him because he defied the high table or whatever the shit.
Yeah.
And he's trying to win his freedom and to become not a target anymore. And Bill Skarsgard is like the new boss of the high table or whatever. And he's shutting down the Continental in New York, which is Ian McShane's hotel, and he has
a weird vendetta against John Wick specifically.
Yeah.
Which I don't fully understand why.
I don't know.
Because there's clearly a lot of. I've seen the board. There's people worth a lot of money. Why are you focused on John Wick?
But so John he's trying to get out of his contract or whatever the shit without being killed. And he finds this wacky rule where it's this old school rule from the origins of the high table, where if he defeats Bill Skarsgård in
a formal
duel, then he can leave.
Like a classic, take 30 paces and fire and shoot.
Yeah. So the movie is just different set pieces of him trying to accomplish the different steps that will allow this duel to take place.
Oh,
and
yes.
It's very.
Sounds like a video game.
This is the most video game movie of the four.
There's
for
a
sure.
sequence that's just Hotline Miami.
I think someone totally it's just straight up Hotline Miami.
It looks very good. That's the over the top.
Okay, so yes, it is just Hotline Miami.
That scene was awesome.
It was very good. There's a lot of really good action sequences in this film.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I know, right? But they really did step it up, because all this stuff in the Japan area was very colorful, with a lot of lights and a lot of people being thrown in a glass, sheets of glass, which is classic John Wick stuff.
Right.
The stuff in the club with Discount the Penguin.
Oh my god, that was my favorite part.
Where everyone's dancing and it's raining inside,
it's like a big
or
water club. There's just all these water features raining everywhere, and John is fighting dozens of henchmen, and all of the people are dancing and just kind of whoa, and then they keep dancing.
And then in the full final action sequence, apart from the duel, which kind of its whole thing, but he basically had to get to the duel, he has to get across town.
Yeah,
and it is And for some reason, everyone else can just drive there normally without worry, but John has to run.
He has to run.
And they have the whole like weird radio with every like homeless person in
the
France.
assassin radio.
Yes,
There's a DJ like updating them on where John is,
and like slightly vague language, which is like you don't need to be vague. We all know what's happening right now. Okay,
it's awesome.
And he's just like running, and like people are just going after him. He gets hit by like 30 cars.
It's awesome.
It's so funny.
Yeah, he's in heavy traffic fighting people for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, imagine like a roundabout that's like 20 lanes of roundabout, and he's in the middle of
that.
Yeah,
they're in France. It's like that big circular road in France.
Yes.
I don't know what it's called, but
and then my favorite part of the movie, without like too much spoilers, there's a part towards the very end after he gets done with the car thing where he has to go up the longest thing of stairs.
I've seen that.
And then there's people like
So
fighting
great.
him, and like he's fighting, and then once he gets like almost to the top, he gets kicked all the way down the stairs. And that's just start from the very beginning. It's very funny.
It's such a good movie. I think this is one of my favorites of the four, just because it feels like they leaned into the cartoonishness of it a lot more this time, and that's the kind of action stuff I like. And it also feels like if you asked me to pick out a specific action set piece from the third one, it's like I can't remember.
Oh no,
any of them, except for I love the knife shop one at the beginning and the library, but those are both like within the first 15 minutes. Then the rest of the movie's just kind of a blur, but this one feels like it has the most interestingly set up segments, like yes, the water club scene, and then the stairs scene, and
the fact that they segmented like a video game helped probably.
Probably.
Like you're gonna go to this level and this boss fight.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. I'm sure I like these movies. I just haven't found the time to watch them all. So
it's a good time.
Movie's
is
very
this
long.
the last one of the John Wick main ones? I know they're gonna make a spin-off. There's like the ballerina with
Ana de Armas.
They're gonna make I know this movie kind of ends a little definitively, but they are that character is not gone. I like feel it.
I don't know.
I feel it because like it's so vague, and it's also like this movie made like billions of dollars. It's like they're gonna keep.
Did you see the after credits scene?
No, I left.
Oh,
that feels like that sets up.
Well,
I've read about it. It feels like it set up
Yeah.
like a spin-off kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
because we didn't mention that Donnie Yen is also in this movie,
Oh.
and he is fantastic.
He is very good in this movie.
Because like he does all the action sets and all the action fighting stuff. And no offense to Keanu, he's really good. But Donnie Yen is like, oh my god, this is like a real fighter.
Oh yeah, no.
Doing like insane action. It's like
I wasn't as big of a fan of, and he felt kind of like added the guy with the dog, the like hunter guy.
Right, yeah, that like hacker dude.
Yeah, because like he was also after John Wick, but just for money. But specifically, he wanted like the most amount of money or something, and I didn't fully understand.
He was like bartering with Bill Skarsgård to try and get the best deal because he like had a special hacking system where he could find John Wick right away, and he was trying to like give that information to Bill Skarsgård, but he was trying to get the best price for it, but.
But it's also just like, I don't know, he had some interesting parts, but I just don't know if he was needed in, he didn't feel like he had a full arc in this movie that was 3 hours long. So we just didn't, because especially like in the part where like he's at the table with not the penguin, because like Donnie Yen's there, and Donnie Yen wants to kill John Wick, and then John Wick wants to kill the penguin wants to do something, but then there's also, you know, the hunter guy also wants to kill John Wick. He's like, oh man, everyone wants to kill someone. It's like not really. Everyone just kind of wants to kill John Wick. So it's not really like a
big standoff.
A big standoff thing. It's more like, oh, we all want to kill this guy.
Yeah, we've all gathered here today to want to kill John.
And then it's also always weird just because like these movies have so many like assassins who are just, you know, fodder for John Wick. So it's always weird when like you have this basically like this new guy who just like is on John Wick's level when like there's been these people who've been part of this society for like years, and John Wick just takes them out super easily. I don't know. I also don't understand this world at all, so
he's just that good, right?
I guess, but like I don't know.
Does he get a new dog at any point?
He got a new dog at the end of the first one.
I don't know.
I think so.
I think he gave it to a guy.
Okay.
In, one of the hotel.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had Lance Reddick watch him for a while, and Lance Reddick is like he was a very good boy.
He was a very good boy.
John Wick Chapter 4. Hopefully you actually enjoy retirement this time, Mr. Wick. I'm sure at some point or another you're gonna have to come back out of retirement, and you will be back. Maybe you'll think about it. The Five Devils. This was a Fantastic Fest sort of deal, right?
I think
so.
Yeah, was that Alamo for a bit?
Yes. 1 week run at Alamo Draft House.
Did you both see this one?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan, what is this film?
This is it's so simple, but it's also complicated.
Is it French?
It's a French film, yeah. So it is about this family, and basically, a husband, a wife, and then their daughter, who's like kind of like introverted and really into smells.
Mm-hmm.
She's really into smelling things, and then it's just that she has like incredible sense of smell, which is going to be important for later. I swear to God. I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but I swear to God, it's important for later. But basically, the husband's sister comes back from jail, and she starts to live with the family for a little bit. And the little girl like notices that there's some kind of like weird tension going on with her and with the sister, and specifically the mom. And she finds out that, and she like collects like smells from the sister, and like when she takes like a big whiff of that smell, she'll like knock herself out, and like then she'll be like transported like back into like to like see these memories basically. So it's just like it's like her constantly going back and forth between the events that like led up to that, and then also the family dealing with the aftermath of it in the current time. And then also you find out that the sister and the mom had maybe a little bit of some kissing stuff, a little kissing moments. It's another gay French film.
Okay.
I thought it was fine. Carrie loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah, Carrie
thought
loved
it was
it.
fantastic.
So I would like to
amazing.
I would like to know, like, Carrie, what about it like really resonated with you?
I just didn't know what to expect from it, but I didn't realize that it was gonna be so like I don't know, because it's just like I thought it was gonna be like a weird horror movie, but it was much more
Five
like
Devils. Yeah,
yeah.
It's not really scary.
Yeah, no, it wasn't scary at all.
Drama.
It was just more like this little girl uncovering her, because she loves her mom so much. This little girl, and she has like her mom is a swimmer, and she'll go to this freezing lake and like rub this gel on herself so that she doesn't freeze in the water, because it's like super super cold water. And the little girl like collects the gel and like has her mom's smell that she'll just smell to calm her down. But it's just this little girl finding out the history of her family, and it's just really interesting, and the story between how they're all connected. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And it was fantastic. I loved it.
Okay.
It was much more interesting than I kind of expected. That sounds rude, but it's just like there's a lot more like weird stuff going on that I wasn't prepared for.
How long is it?
I don't know. It didn't feel very long.
It was probably just like a regular 90, 100
No,
minutes.
this is probably a hard one to watch now that it's
probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd recommend it. I thought it was great.
Let's see.
I liked it. I did like it, and I respect it a lot.
96 minutes.
Damn.
That's the proper length of the movie. I just feel like there was a lot of stuff with like, the father and like some of the more side characters that just didn't really, resolve in a way that I felt, satisfied with. And then also I just feel like it was building up to something a lot bigger than what actually happened. Like what happened like to like end that relationship between those two? Like, that was bad, but like, I don't know, you just see like all these, there's like a few like characters who like are like scarred, like have these like really intense scars on their face. Like, oh my God, what the hell happened in the past?
Because they're in this town and everyone knows about the sister and everyone has a horrible opinion of the sister, and you don't know what she did. And so like, that there was a traumatic event that took place that made everyone hate the sister. And the little girl is like looking back at the past and sort of putting the pieces together, figuring out what happened.
Yeah, and then like what happened is, horrible, but like I don't know, I just felt like it felt very small in the moment, which I guess that makes sense because she didn't really know what she was doing at the moment, and it just kind of escalated above her control. But I don't know, I didn't hate it. I like it a lot. I think I respect it a lot, but it just did not resonate with me, unfortunately.
That sounds cool.
It's very cool.
I forgot why I didn't watch. I think I was in the middle of moving, and I was like, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I understand
That's
that.
fair.
That sounds cool. Yeah, it's unique setup. Okay. The Five Devils, folks. Check it out. Look out for it, wherever it is. Tetris. You heard of this game? It's crazy. It's got 4 little squares. Love them. They made a Tetris movie. Specifically,
the history of Tetris.
The history of getting Tetris to the United States.
Yes.
And Japan, I guess, because nobody owned the rights in it. Well, yeah. Anyways, I did not know until watching it. It makes sense because Taron Egerton's in it. This is produced by the folks who produced a lot of the Kingsman movies. The Marv folks. I was like, oh, okay, this will probably be pretty decent. Interesting that, yeah. Who saw this here?
I saw it.
That's me and you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Taron Egerton is the guy who winds up finding Tetris at a CES, and then he's like, I'm gonna bring this to the United States. And it's like, oh, the rights are already by these guys, already have it. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Oh, Russia, it's made in Russia. And then there's this whole thing about getting the rights to it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go to Russia in the 1980s. I don't know if you know this, but
actually, before he goes to Russia, he goes to Japan.
He does go to Japan. That's
to go
very
to
funny.
Nintendo. And
he sees oh my god, I can't remember his
Yamauchi.
name. Yamauchi.
It's an actor playing Yamauchi.
Which is very
is
funny.
Fucking amazing.
It's very funny as a video game nerd.
This is the most video
weird.
game nerd-ass movie ever. So I was like, did people find this interesting? Because it's very...
it's very funny just seeing someone play it, but like playing Tetris, like, not bad.
The whole movie's about... the whole movie's biz dev. The whole movie is like my job, but like on the most... like things I see day to day at my job, just like signing a deal to get some money for a game. But in the most ridiculous... because Russia during the Cold War and doing communism, so it's like this whole Iron Curtain stuff. So whatever. But we get to him going to Japan, and then he's like, well, you're gonna have to go to Russia actually to do.
But before that, my favorite scene in the movie, and it is in the trailers though, is he goes to Seattle, Redmond.
Oh yeah.
And there's like
Howard Lincoln and
Arakawa.
I forget his first name. Yeah. They're like,
but we got something to show you, and then like he like goes to like a secret room and like unveils a cloth, and it's the Game Boy, and he's like, oh my god. This changes everything.
Playing Super Mario Land.
Seeing Taron Egerton play Super Mario Land on a Game Boy. The nicest looking Game Boy screen I've ever seen in my life. Very funny.
And again, I don't know. I would love to know how this conversation went. Because it is, in the end, even in the movie, it is a bold decision. They're like, Taron Egerton's such like, if you want to sell about 100,000 of these to little kids, fine, ship it, pack it in with Mario Land.
If you want everyone on the planet to buy this,
put it with Tetris.
And also, he programs a working version of
Tetris right there.
The Game Boy. Wait a minute. Takes out prefix, and then he's played it on the game. I don't know. Listen, Tetris, especially that version of Tetris, is very simple. I don't think you can do that in 10 minutes. But then again, I dropped out of programming very quickly into that path.
So yeah, the whole bit of the movie is a very specific legality thing where it's all like, you have the rights for Tetris on an arcade, you have the rights for Tetris on a PC, but we need rights for Tetris on a handheld.
But my issue with that though is like no one can even like conceive what that is.
Why would that be on a contract?
So why is everyone so like, we gotta get Tetris for handheld? It's so important.
That's dumb. Whatever.
I don't know. It's weird.
So anyways, this involves a whole crazy chase in Russia with Taron Egerton.
They have to sneak into Russia, basically.
Taron Egerton parties with the guy who makes Tetris. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay.
There's a lot of like Taron Egerton like waiting in a room, and then someone comes in.
Yes, exactly. It's Taron Egerton
being like, what do you think about this deal? And it's like, what about this? Like, all right. Then they leave to talk to someone else in another room about a different deal. And just like a lot of back and forth, and then...
How would you describe Taron Egerton's American accent?
I heard it in the trailer. I was like,
it's fine.
It's like optimistic, weird, like, guy. I don't know how we got to that voice. It's like a high-pitched, like, sincere sort of... I don't know. It's a very good accent, I think.
I think it's fine.
I don't know. Because he sounds very suave and like there's a grit to his voice. It does not sound like his American accent to me, but whatever.
The one thing I find funny about Taron Egerton in this movie specifically is, I don't know, in my mind he's like still a young boy, and like he still has like a young boy face too. Like he has a mustache now. He has 4 kids. He has 4 children and a wife, which is very funny to me. It's just very strange. Maybe I should. I don't know.
There's also where I know Taron Egerton mainly as the guy in the Kingsman, who he plays like a punk ass kid in that
Oh
movie,
yeah,
and he's now older.
and I was older, but like I don't know. I think just
It's only been a decade though. Only been a decade.
It's just a big leap to like that, and then like 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny.
But yeah, I don't know. This movie's
It's
fun
fine
enough. You like, I mean, the Tetris. It leans. It was getting really annoying for me because first it's really video gaming. So like, it transitions to like all the transitions are like pixel art. Like when we go to Japan and Moscow, like it starts off with like a pixel like Moscow 19 blah 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 and little pixel art, and then it like fades.
Sometimes when it goes to like a cut to a building, the building is made of Tetris blocks, and it like kind of fades to like a regular building. To like really get into it. And like that's fun, but
it was annoying for me at first. But it's
a fun idea, but I feel like it doesn't really work for a very serious movie.
And I also think like the movie starts with Taron Egerton essentially catching the viewer up on like video games and all this thing, and so it's this guy. It's Taron Egerton's American Act salesman voice just explaining to you what video games are to this banker, and it's. They have to do it, but it was really like,
oh yeah. See, that would be beneficial to me.
Yeah. But it was just like, yeah, I get it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I would love to know how much of it is how much is dramatized and how much was based on facts. Like, did Howard Lincoln I forget Arakawa's first name, but Arakawa had to go to Russia with the guy who wound up being the founder of the Tetris company.
And also, like, the way this movie is like centered is like it feels like the last straw of the Soviet Union was them having Tetris. And it felt like that's that like is the thing that made the wall come down and like destroy the Soviet Union, which listen, I don't think that's what happened. But also I was not a history
The Game Boy came out when?
89.
Okay, and the wall felt like 92?
I think 92.
So yeah, there's a gap.
It was close.
It was close, yeah.
I think a few of the things probably happened between that.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, Tetris, check it out.
It's
not cringe, it's pretty good. That was my worry. I was like, how cringe, how much Hollywood blockbuster sexifying a story is this gonna be? I don't think there's a lot of gussing up, but I think it's still pretty interesting, and Taron Egerton's is the best. He's very charming. What a nice young man.
There's just a lot of like players to keep track of. We're like, it kind of gets like, okay, are you a good Soviet or one of the mean ones? I'm so confused.
Right.
It's got Toby Jones. He plays a little rat man.
He does play a rat man, as he's known to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Love that guy.
Mm-hmm. Tetris, check it out. Both the movie and the video game. Pretty good.
Try that Tetris game if you haven't yet.
Mm-hmm. Anyways. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Speaking about games.
Gaming.
Yeah.
I'm more of a tabletop
gamer
person myself.
Yeah. Got my fancy fucking kitchen table that transforms into the fucking...
yeah. I flip over the center and then it reveals a dungeon.
Whoa! And Carrie, I assume, are you the one who saw this here?
Yeah.
Okay. So they made a Dungeons and Dragons movie back in 2000. Did you watch that one?
No, but I haven't. I have not seen it yet.
I've heard it's one of like, the worst movies ever made.
I know, right? I'm excited to watch it someday.
So is this one good?
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So what's the setup here?
Basically, we start off with Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez in prison, and he's kind of like, all right, so I got in prison because, and he was like a member of some guild or something, and then some people wound up coming to his home and killing his wife, and his daughter was left there because the wife hid the daughter. So then Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez basically raise the daughter for a while, and then he gets taken to prison for trying to steal this artifact that he wanted to use it to bring the wife back to life. And so then he winds up in prison, and he had this whole party together, a member of which was Hugh Grant, and then Hugh Grant winds up becoming this big, powerful, in charge of the town guy, and he has the daughter. So then when they escape from prison, they're like, we gotta get the daughter back, we gotta get the thing back, we gotta bring the wife back, so they gotta reassemble their party, and it's basically them going from place to place to try and get this mission done. And it was fun. It was a fun time. I Thought the characters were all really fun. Chris Pine was good. He was the bard, so he was always singing. He had his little lute thing, and Michelle Rodriguez was the barbarian, so she's just this big tough lady, likes to fight.
It's got that guy from Detective Pikachu.
He was a sorcerer, but he wasn't a very good sorcerer. Okay. But they had to get this like special helmet that would help them, because they had to break into Hugh Grant's castle basically, and they had to have this special helmet that would disarm the charm that was on the outside of where they needed to get in. But it was a fun time. It was just like a easy to get invested in adventure movie.
Does this also seem like a normal movie? Yeah, this was a pretty normal movie.
Okay. I think I described this to Ryan as it gave me the kind of joy I feel like I would get from Marvel movies if I liked Marvel movies.
It's Owlbear!
It was Owlbear! I was more excited when they had an Aarakocra, which is a bird person.
Oh.
Just Bryan, bird person. His name was Jonathan.
I like birds, but I'm less of a fan when they're
What about people. A big bird with like clothes on?
No.
When he walks in.
No, I'm more of a like if in a medieval setting I would like a character who like has a crow that they like whisper secrets into.
That's fair.
I'd be more into that than like a man who just happens to have a crow's head.
It was such a funny. Well, I mean, he doesn't have a human body. He's just like a big bird that stands upright. But the scene with him is really funny because Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez are going to a council meeting basically to try and plead their pardon from prison and try and plead their case. And there's 4 members of the council and they're really counting on the bird guy, Jonathan, to be there. And they show up and it's only the 3 people and they're like trying to kill time to wait for the bird guy to show up. And they do this whole plea, and then they're like, yeah, but... And then Jonathan walks in, and they're like, oh, good, Jonathan's here. They just grab him and bust out the window, because they were just waiting for the bird guy to show up. And as they're falling, the dragon guy's like, but we excused your pardon. But so then they're on the run again, because they assaulted the Birdman, escaped prison.
It seems like this whole movie was a big surprise. I feel like everybody was expecting it to be super cringe and bad.
Yeah, well, because a lot of the...
kind of came out and...
The ads were really fucking bad.
Yeah, they felt
really
very
stupid.
That just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it did. People like it.
Yeah.
It's doing
it was
well.
a good movie.
Good for them. Chris Pine, I like him.
Chris Pine's pretty good. I like Chris Pine.
I feel like ever since the whole "Don't Worry, Darling" drama, his character has been maligned, and I don't appreciate it. I like Chris Pine.
He's a good man. I think his eyes are too blue, though. I'm not down on this hill; they're just too blue. It's not right.
That is a problem. It's a problem.
Staring into your soul whenever he just looks at you.
Exactly. It's too easy to get lost in them, and it just makes me sick.
Well,
okay.
Monkeys, good job, folks. You made a solid movie. And the last movie of March is a remake of a movie you probably saw on Amazon Prime Video as a little tile.
Yeah, you did.
Malum. Is it? I don't know how. Malum. This is a remake of Last Shift.
Last Shift.
I was saying Night Shift. That's a different movie.
A movie that came out in like 2012, so like...
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
That was a decade ago.
Yeah, a little over a decade ago, so it's weird
fucked
that...
up. Anyways,
it's weird that they were wanting to remake it so soon, but I don't know. But like the plot of Last Shift in Malum is basically, it's this woman's first night of working as a police officer, and she is put in charge of watching this police station like the day before it closes down.
Yeah.
All the like other cops and all the other stuff that is in a police station typically.
Wait, you mean it closed down? Like closed down?
Like closed down because all the stuff that's typically in a police station has been moved to a newer building.
Yeah.
So basically, she has to watch this place for this last night before it like shuts down forever, and she's basically alone in this police station, and some weird stuff goes on. And like, I like the idea of that. I feel like both the original and I feel like especially this one don't really do a lot with that. They kind of like go in a different direction.
Yeah.
But basically, you find out that there was some like weird cult stuff going on. And there's some hauntings in the station that kind of is, pulling a little bit of some pranks on her.
Right.
Has the cult always been in the station and no one noticed?
There was a whole like thing like basically a year ago. And that's part of and you find out like that's part of the reason why they moved to a new station because they were like, we're really sick of all these ghosts just like annoying us. So we're just gonna like move to a new building and not tell anyone that that's the reason. Basically, am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay.
Because like, her dad was a cop as well, and he brought in the members of this cult into the jail at the police station, but they wound up killing themselves, and then the dad wound up going crazy that same night and killing a bunch of people in the police station as well, and then killing himself. And so her dad has a bad reputation, and this police station is tied to this cult. And on this night, it's like the cult activity is flaring up, and she's realizing that there might still be active members of this cult, and they're like attacking the station kind of to like get revenge because they killed the cult leader. And I think Last Shift is better because Malum just feels weighed down with a bunch of unnecessary garbage.
Oh yeah, no, because they try to add more, and like I understand wanting to add more stuff to like the cult stuff, and I think the idea of like making it like the cult feel like a bigger part of the town and like to make you think, oh, so it might just be like people breaking in and messing with her, not ghosts. Because like my main issue with the original one is like clearly ghost stuff was happening, but I feel like she was like, oh, I'm just really stressed out on my first night of this job. And like, listen, I've been stressed out at work too. I don't see that stuff and think, oh, this I can wave this off. This is probably just me being stressed out. So I like that, but then like a lot of the cult stuff they add, especially like backstory that like relates to her, is really bad.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
And then also just like it tries to be more gory and like bloody, and that just doesn't like it's funny, but like it doesn't make it a better movie. I don't know. I don't know.
Do we know why they found this necessary to do this?
I don't know. I should have looked into that more, but
also, why not the same name?
I don't know.
Trick people into thinking it's not a remake. I don't know.
It's gonna have an updated thumbnail, a person with a pentagram on their face.
Right.
Well.
Yeah. I would say it's disappointing, but I wasn't like crazy about Last Shift, so
no, Last Shift
I was
is
just
a
more
really
curious.
fun
Yeah, Last Shift is solid, but this is just bad.
Last Shift does feel like a big like Amazon Prime Video kind of thing, and this feels like a mediocre Shudder movie.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say Shudder.
Yeah. I mean, Last Shift feels like the kind of movie you would like randomly find on Netflix or something and be like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but that solved my evening plans.
Yeah. And like they obviously, with it being a direct remake of that movie, they would do a lot of the same setups and scares, but I feel like in Malum they were done worse. And like, they didn't feel as cool. And just in the way that it was delivered, they added unnecessary stuff. And
I feel like the setup of the police station was also weirder in Malum. Because, like, in the first one, like, she was at, like, the front desk of the police station. Which, like, I've been...
Oh, like, the actual layout?
Yeah, like, the layout of the police station. Because, like, in the first one, like, she was at the front desk of the police station. Which makes sense for someone, like, watching over at night. But in this one, like... She's, like, in this weird corner room directly next to an elevator, and, like, there's a table set up just outside. It's like, this feels very staged and weird. Why is she here, of all places?
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, that was just a weird thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Well,
not very good.
Not very good.
Well, I'm sorry, I guess.
I don't know.
Shout out.
I needed something to do that day, so I guess it fixed that problem.
Well, that's it. Maybe don't watch Malum, folks. Maybe watch the other one. I don't know. Let's march. Scream 6, 65, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, John Wick, Chapter 4, The Five Devils, Tetris, Dungeons and Dragons, 2. I was gonna say 2. Honor Among Thieves. It's technically 2. And Malum. I got some stuff there, folks. April is the month we're currently in, but you know how that goes. Super Mario Brothers movie. Who could say?
Who could say?
Remember when they revealed that cast?
Oh, that was
we were really excited, and then
that was a very funny day.
That movie came out, and it's like,
yeah.
Oof.
Now we'll get to it.
We'll get into it. I have a lot to say about that movie.
Oh, exciting!
My main problem though is People really like that movie, George.
It's the Sonic thing again.
I don't get it.
It's the Sonic.
I like Mario.
It's weird. We can't see past this. Like, it's the thing I like. It's the McDonald's.
I don't know. It's just
that
weird.
you watching The Founder?
Exactly, McDonald's.
I think it's also because like on the internet, like I don't know if you noticed, but like I follow like a lot of gaming people, and like I know, right? And I see them talk about like the Mario Brothers movie, and it feels like they're talking about Avatar, like this big cultural moment in time, and it's like, all right. Anyway,
I like Mario. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's just a sneak peek. I have a lot of thoughts on Mario.
Well, I'm glad because I got nothing to say about that movie.
You have something to say about a big, scaly man.
That's true.
Super Mario 3D World. Check it out. Pretty good.
It's a fun game.
Air. New Ben Affleck. He's back in the director's seat, baby. This time, I guess, making a movie about the
shoe.
About the Nikes, Jordans. I tell you what, Ben Affleck, good director. It turns out people like him.
I have not seen a single thing.
I haven't either, but he keeps like this movie's reviewing well. Like he keeps hitting it out of the park.
All of his like, I'd like to watch some directing, but like all of his stuff, like I read the synopsis and I was like, ooh, that sounds like I would not like it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why.
The Town. He did The Town.
The Town.
And Argo.
Argo. And then also that
he won an Oscar for Argo. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've seen any of his.
The Town I know is a very Boston movie. Like, wait, what the this fucking
is that the titular town?
Yeah, that's The Town.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, Air. Check it out. It's an Apple TV movie, but right now it's airing on some places.
Airing.
I might watch this. I'm curious. Like Tetris, I'm a sucker for a thing how the making of a thing you didn't know, but dramatized.
I'm not a sports guy. I'm not a shoes guy. But like I don't know, it's just weird like having this movie that's like about
I'm learning so much about you, Ryan.
it's weird that you have this movie that's like about Michael Jordan, but like
not Mike, yeah.
He's not.
It's about the licensing movie of Michael Jordan.
Which like is weird. It's weird, right? It's weird that you have this movie about white people trying to market.
He's too busy playing basketball.
I guess so. I don't know.
Let's play some basketball. Anyway.
You would say that.
Exactly. You would say that. Yeah. Paint! What's this?
My dad's excited about this movie. He sent me the screenshot. He said, Easter?
It's like a Bob Ross movie, but not Bob
Ross.
But Owen Wilson plays not Bob
wow.
Ross.
Paint.
It looks kind of fun. I don't know. Feels a little weird, but I assume they'll bring it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or is it an alternate world where he's Bob Ross?
Maybe.
I don't know. This has a Crackle original movie energy.
I love Crackle. Is Crackle even around still?
It's owned by the Chicken Soup for the Soul people.
Oh.
Sony sold it to the Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Oh, because it says Sony used to own it, yeah.
Sony used to own it, they do not own it anymore, which is weird because you'd think they'd want to own at least one streaming service, but I guess they don't care. They're like the only major company that doesn't own a streaming service now. That's crazy.
Anyways, well, Chupa. Okay, so is this about a chupacabra?
Yes.
But like a cute chupacabra.
Yeah, it's
I love that concept. That's great. That's a stupid name for a movie.
This is what I've heard a lot of people say.
Yeah.
Because doesn't chupa mean lamb?
Huh?
Because like chupacabra is like goat sucker or something like that. That's what it means.
Chupa would be it's suck. Suck.
Okay,
and usually it's shorthand for like suck my dick.
Okay, so that's
just like just cutting it off. Chupacabra's like goat sucker would be the little, but it's more like
if it's called just Koopa, then
I'm taking your goat and I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, but if it's just called Chupa, then like
it's weird.
It translates to pretty much just suck
or blow, like something like that.
Yeah, nice. that's what I've heard a lot of people complain about this title.
And this is a kids movie. It's like a legit kids movie, right?
Yeah,
I believe so. It's like a Netflix, like a kid. Like,
again, I love that concept.
A kid finds this chupacabra and like, oh, we're friends.
It's like Casper, but
as a kid, I don't know why, but I loved chupacabras.
It's a great name.
I love chupacabras. I like the idea of like a weird little demon
get your goat
sucking goats dry. I was a weird kid. I don't know. But like, I just thought that was funny.
Jackie Chan had to fight one once in an episode of Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, that is pretty good.
That's Jackie Chan Adventures, y'all. Check it out.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that name thing. That's why I added
I see.
it.
I'll probably watch this if I remember. I never log into Netflix anymore. As soon as there's ever a reason for it to get from the people who watch it.
That chupa doesn't look great. I don't know, for a kids movie.
It looks
looks like young Simba with wings.
Oh, okay.
Why has he got wings? Anyways, I guess.
Well, you know.
Oh.
How to Blow Up a Pipeline. Neon distributed movie about
some kids who were like
fuck this pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it. It looks
this
good.
movie looks great.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Not a fan of the big oil, personally.
What?
So, sure. Why not?
What big oil ever did? They've done a lot to a lot of people.
Specifically
actually.
with pipelines that they built that wound up blowing up. Was it Ohio? This happened in Ohio? Like, it was the part of the Keystone? It broke?
Did they specifically try to make pipelines go through, like, indigenous, like...
That's the whole...
It feels like whenever I read about one, it's always goes... We know
we specifically target...
Yeah. Look, I know we took this land from this group of people, and we gave you this smaller part of it, but we'd really like to just pump some oil directly through it. It always feels like that whenever I read about a new pipeline. It's always the thing.
Anyways, yeah, I'll watch this. I'm excited for it. I'm not excited. I'm looking forward to it. How about that? The Pope's Exorcist.
Hell yeah, baby! Finally.
Oh boy. It could happen to anyone, Carrie.
He's so unhinged. Imagine unhinged performing an exorcism.
While we were watching the trailer for this, I was like, what's this movie going to be called? The Pope's Exorcist? That'd be fucking stupid. And then it was called The Pope's Exorcist. I was like, what? You didn't even try to call it anything else? Like
yes. Movies are back.
Like Malum.
Or something like that. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what's playing on the TV anymore.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
I'll see it.
I'll
worry.
watch it.
Oh, hell
I'll
yeah.
go.
Yes.
What match did they sponsor at WrestleMania? I'm trying to think of which one did they sponsor. But it was really weird. They definitely sponsored the post game. So the post like
Pope's Exorcist?
The Pope's Exorcist, like the post, like, you know, like after a game, like you talk to the wrestling sometimes does it, and when they kind of do it like in character, not character, so it's a little bit newsy. And again, it's usually like pitch black. Last time it was pitch black Mountain Dew, so it's just a bunch of people drinking pitch black Mountain Dew.
Right.
And then it was just the Pope's Exorcist. I don't know if they bought anything like a Russell Crowe or anything, but whatever. The Pope's Exorcist, check it out, folks.
I sure will.
Renfield.
Renfield. I'm very excited for
Renfield's
this.
gonna be fun.
It's gonna be very fun. I'm feeling it. I just love all the people in this. It looks goofy. Karen and I love that joke in the trailer where it's like you here for the meeting? Come on in. No!
That makes me die.
It's so funny. It's a
perfect joke.
It's a perfect vampire joke, and I'm excited for more of those things in this.
No. I will say everything that Awkwafina says in the trailer, I'm like, God, you're annoying. But
yeah, has the people flipped on her now?
I mean, just not her specifically, just the way that every joke that she has, like, did I just watch you do this with a tray? And it's like,
yeah, she is that.
That just happened.
Yeah,
you're bringing food to the villain. It's like, God, yeah, I get it. I saw too.
Yeah. She doesn't play well in trailers.
True. Yeah. So. No, yeah, I don't mind her, but she just seems like her delivery's just gonna be the
classic Awkwafina.
Whoa, what
stuff.
did that happen?
Whoa.
Jokes.
That's crazy.
It's like, I don't need that.
Shang-Chi. Your name was Sean? Yeah, Sean.
Sean Shay.
Yeah. Anyways. I don't know what Mafia Mama is. What the hell?
I put it on because it's the new Toni Collette movie, and it looks very silly. It just looks like a heartfelt Toni Collette just being a mafia mama.
Oh. Okay.
Hold on, let me actually look up.
And Monica Bellucci. I love Monica Bellucci.
Mafia mama.
That is one of the most Italian names I've ever heard in my life, Monica Bellucci. Okay, so Toni Collette plays someone who's part of
inherits her grandfather's mafia empire and, guided by the firm's trusted consigliere, defies everyone's expectations, including her own, as the new head of the family business.
This Godfather is a little different.
She's a mafia mama. But yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. I just love how I love how Toni Collette did Hereditary, and she's like, I'm never doing something that heavy ever again.
It sounds like a TLC like show, like Mafia Mamas.
Right, yeah.
Oh, like a Vanderpump Rules sort of thing.
Yeah.
The Mafia, yeah. And
But
then
yeah.
Monica Bellucci.
So yeah, might see, might not see. just a funny
Okay.
thing.
Funny idea.
All right. Well, Mafia Mama. Sisu. This is
John Wick, but
during World War II,
Oh,
and
right.
it is
Yeah.
I forget what nationality he is.
Finnish, perhaps?
Finnish, I think. Yes.
Yeah. I remember seeing the trailer for this before John Wick 4, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Used to be a general, and then they killed his family and decided to be a humble farmer again with all these guys.
Yeah, he even has a dog with him.
he has a gold. He's a gold miner. Yeah.
But now he's like just a humble man. You know, all these guys, you know, they used to be super cool, crazy killers, and they retire and to be like oh, now I'm just a little cactus farmer. I just water these cactuses, and they're my friends. And then somebody comes up and fucks him up, and he's all like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you all!"
Hell will rain down upon you and everyone you know.
So yeah, this is a very explicit, very gory.
I feel like Lionsgate is just gonna keep making
John Wick
movies
From the
Even
studio
though, like,
that brought you John Wick.
Yep.
even though like no one wanted John Wick when
They didn't. Everyone thought it was gonna be bad.
Yeah. And even I think Lionsgate like gave them a really crap deal on it, and now they're like, "Oh yeah, this is
We
great."
love that. So, I mean, I don't know, if I had nothing better to do and you guys ping me, maybe I'll watch it. But I've seen it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not in for it. Evil Dead Rise.
Here we go,
I'm excited.
baby.
Are we excited for it?
I'm
don't know
excited.
Sure I feel
I
about it.
believe
excited.
I believe our local Alamo is having an early screening.
I did
of
see
it,
that.
It's true.
So I would like to see that if you guys are interested in that.
If there's still tickets, you would think an Evil Dead movie would fly off the shelf.
You'd think, but like I don't know. It's one of
You're
those
still there?
things. I don't know. I was gonna wait until Tuesday so I can use.
I guess I'm very concerned. Like the whole bit is like it's now in a New York apartment,
Right.
Yeah.
Like that is what I'm concerned about. But we'll see.
I don't know, because like Evil Dead fans, I feel like weren't big on the remake until
They're dumb, but
They
yeah.
are dumb, yeah. But
They're
I feel like with time they like came
They
around
come.
to it, because I feel like there's like the Evil Dead like OG Evil Dead fans, and then there's the people who are more into like 2 and Army Darkness, the like goofy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the remake was much more
It
serious.
was a lot grosser. A very good movie.
It's very
pretty
good,
good.
man.
4K.
Pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet. I should put that on before I watch this one. Anyways, I hope it's good. I just haven't.
I should bring it over and we can watch it on your new OLED.
I have it as
TV.
well, though.
Oh hell yeah!
But yeah,
I could bring over my copy too.
I
Yes!
just saw the trailer and wasn't like blown away. And Donna Joe was like, "That looks bad." And I was like, maybe it does." So we'll
I
see.
think it might be fun.
It might be fun.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Who
Yeah.
fuck it, yeah.
All I can say is every time they play the trailer with the cheese grater part in it, I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah.
I somehow never seen that trailer in a movie theater. I've only seen it online. I don't know how
Uh-huh.
I missed it, but yeah.
I've gotten it quite a few times.
Same here.
Bo is afraid. Oh, Ari Aster.
Get over it, Bo.
Aaron Aster. I don't know. Yeah. Carrie, I know you're excited.
I'm very excited. I hope it's good. Because if it's just a big ass movie, it's gonna be big time weird, and I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking 3 hours long, and it's gonna be a nightmare.
Oh man, is it actually 3 hours long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like A24 was like, all right, listen, you gave us 2 of our most popular movies back to back somehow, so just do whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, that's what this feels like. So I'm hoping it's good. Hopefully it's not like, you know, he was so open to do anything, it just sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited.
I'm very interested in this too. I think about the trailer a lot. It's pretty good.
I don't like Joaquin Phoenix. That's what I've come to terms with. I don't like him.
I like him in certain things.
You like him in Her.
Oh, he's very good in Her. I love
Is
her
that
a
where
lot.
the
I
West
like him as the
ends?
dumb brother in Signs. That's what I like him in.
There we go.
Yeah, he is in Signs.
Yeah, he
That
is.
is a
I
man
like-
with a varied career.
I like him in Walk the Line. I like him in Gladiator. I like him in a little movie called The Joker.
Mm. But yeah, and I'll watch this shit. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Straight down Joe. She's gonna
Oh
fucking
no.
hate it.
Oh no.
But yeah, I hope I like
Oh
it.
my god, one of my favorite things in the world is watching a movie with Donna and she hates it. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Like that specific kind of movie that she hates, it's so funny.
It's funny
It's so
post, but I can just feel her apathy. She's not angry. She's just like quietly angry. Just passive. Other than like when we saw A Ghost Story and when she was eating the pie, she was verbally like, "What the fuck are we watching?"
Oh yeah, that was very funny. That was a good day. You're right.
Anyways, that's April, folks. Shout out to Sisu. I hope he gets his gold back and his dog, or was it a donkey?
It was a dog.
It was a dog. Yeah, no, he had a dog. He had like a
I hope he
fluffy,
makes
curly
it out
dog.
all right. We'll find out. I don't know. Ryan, where can folks find you for your opinion
to
on
letterbox.com /
The Country Bears? You didn't let me finish what movie you
Oh,
had your opinion on. The Country Bears. That's
okay,
your
I guess I
homework
gotta
now.
watch that because you teased, you put me in a corner
This
here.
is not over.
Oh
Bears.
jeez.
Bears. I may be tubby, but I'm quick. I love the Country Bears.
I liked it too before it became a meme.
See?
But I haven't seen it since.
Oh, it's pretty good. I bought it on DVD.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the only way you can watch that probably on Disney Plus.
It's a great movie. You can find my review of it at letterbox.com /Carrie, Karrie.
The whole bit is that Christopher Walken wants to shut down the little place, right, where they sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wants the land.
You can find me at jcruz26 on Twitter and Letterboxd. Who knows? I have a 1 week subscription to the Criterion channel. I've been too busy to watch anything on it. I'm gonna try and do some tonight. So find out. Their whole bit right now is horny movies. So we'll find out what we watch. Maybe Bound, the Wachowski movie with the girl from Chucky.
Oh, Tiffany.
You're close.
Jennifer Tilly.
Thank
Jennifer
you.
Tilly.
Her character's name is Tiffany.
Jeffrey.
That's probably what was going on with me.
Anyways, until next time. Bye bye.